Well, the only way to really start this episode is I hope everyone's staying safe because it's a scary world out there right now.
After high demand.
Listening to you and Justin, that's a professional podcast right there.
The man with a voice.
He's got a wicked voice on it too.
He does.
He's got oh my goodness. I listen to his voice. I'm like, dude, you could go places with that voice. You are freaking phenomenal.
Has his own podcast. And what does he think?
Oh,
BoyStick presents the Honestly Lazy Podcast.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Honestly Lazy Podcast with your host, me, BoyStick, and today I'm pretty much just talking about what everyone else is talking about, this coronavirus stuff, but I'm going to be looking at it more on what I've been noticing on the music side of it instead of scary facts and all that. If you really ask me, if people just follow the rules and self-isolate, stay home and all that type of shit, if they can, if they have to work, just go to work, come home, keep your hands washed and all that, we will survive this. But for right now, yeah, it's a very scary thing to even be thinking about. But like I said, I feel like we'll be getting through it anytime, or not anytime, but we will be getting through it. If you're listening to this, there's one or two ways you probably listen to it, either on Spotify at the Honestly Lazy Podcast, type that into the search bar and it will pop up, or you're listening to this on YouTube, you typed in the Honestly Lazy Show or Honestly Lazy Podcast and it will pop up. And you can watch the video and watch my beautiful face as I talk while I try not to touch it throughout this whole episode of the Honestly Lazy Podcast. Give a couple shout outs. Obviously, if you're watching, I'm wearing Guys Being Dudes merch. Those guys are going all week. Every day they're uploading an episode of a podcast because they are in quarantine for themselves. Shout out to Suda Bird. I think last time I checked he was at 650, so he's almost at 1,000. His subs are just going through the roof. He is pretty much in the I cannot say it, in the algorithm, and he'll just keep going from there. And shout out to anybody who really listens to this, because honestly, with everything going on, this is what I want to do the most. Is just, if I gotta stay inside when it's nice out, might as well just record or just talk into a microphone, because that's what I really like doing. But like I said, today's episode is all about pretty much the coronavirus and a few things I've noticed. But because I want this to be more of a music podcast, I'm trying to stay on the musical side of this whole thing, and what I feel or what I think is really cool about what musicians are doing and things that are coming up in the future that have been announced that will help us all from being or going insane and being stir crazy in our houses. But before I get into the music part, the first thing I gotta talk about is this goddamn thing I noticed of the dumbass girl who did the coronavirus challenge where she licked a toilet seat. If you follow me on Twitter, you saw me retweet the video, and I pretty much said, well, you just can't fix stupid, and that is a fact. I know it's a big thing for this young generation, including myself, where it's like, oh, I want to be famous, I don't want to work, I want to do other stuff. Oh my God, I gotta stop touching my face. I want to be famous and all that type of stuff. And that, I feel like, is the mindset of everybody nowadays. And people have gone to far extents to get there. Logan Paul fucked up. And, like, people have even died. Let's not forget, a guy thought a Bible would protect him from a bullet, and he shot, or his girlfriend shot him, and he died, all just to try to get famous. J Station doing the Mac Miller after he died, Ouija board, saying he talks to him and all that type of stuff. And I thought, well, that's all terrible and it can't get any worse. But the fact that we're in a pandemic, I can't even say half these words. The fact that we're in a crisis, that's what I'll say. The fact that we're in a crisis, even though that's probably not the right word. A girl decided to go lick a toilet and call it the coronavirus challenge. And then on top of that, I saw other people licking door handles and doing dumb shit like that. And it's just like, I guess they just want to get sick with it or something. The sad part is them being their ages, they'd probably survive it and they wouldn't learn a goddamn lesson for it. Although I hope, or not that I hope, although it'd probably be a very, very, very bad sickness throughout just to get a little bit of clout. And the girl has been saying on Twitter and all that people who are calling her out for it are just clout chasers and all that type of other things. And to me, they're not. They're just pretty much calling you flat out what you are, which is dumb. So my final comment for the coronavirus challenge is on my cue card. Don't be stupid. Fucking simple. Like, oh yeah, people are dying. I don't even know what the count's at now for worldwide. Probably almost at 500,000 of people dead, and you go lick a toilet. I don't know. It just seems like great fucking common sense. But I guess people are just trying to be famous, you know, and they'll go to the most disgusting extents to get away or to get that clout in a very bad time. I've also noticed the other things of, I can't think of the names, but just through people like Keemstar and Kavos and other people on Twitter that I follow, I've been noticing that people have trying to make money off of it by selling, like, you know, their own masks and that type of stuff. Like YouTubers and stuff are selling masks with their logos and shit on it, just trying to make money on something that's very serious. Where if the way I look at it, if you can get masks and you don't need them, donate them to hospitals or anywhere where people actually need them. Don't try to make money off of it. It's pretty much just like a common sense type thing to me, where if you had a heart, which unfortunately the YouTubers, I feel like especially like a lot of YouTubers, I ain't gonna lie, just don't, and they just want to make money, so they'll do whatever the hell it takes to really do it. And with everything being as serious as it is, it's just like, you got to be careful in what you do. Just, you know, donate shit, help out as much as you can. And, you know, if we just stay isolated and stuff like that, I got a feeling that we will make it through this a lot sooner than people really think. And this whole thing where people are sitting there saying that, oh, it's not that big of a deal, that shit just needs to stop. It is a bigger deal than people are thinking of it. I mean, like in Ontario where I live, they just closed down or non-essential work. Unfortunately, my work is essential and I'm still working at this time, but my work is doing now building pretty much frames and vinyl windows around for, or windows that they're going to put in front of tills and stuff at grocery stores and fast food restaurants. So we are helping in a way that are helping for, you know, people who have to work through this. So that's nice to know that we're doing something to really make a difference. But, you know, besides that, if you don't have to work, just don't. The good thing is that I take it that not just my workplace, but a lot of workplaces are taking it a lot more serious, because even at my workplace, they say if you want the 2 weeks off, just say it and we won't even ask questions. Go home if it makes you feel safe. And I feel like that's going to be the big thing for a lot of the places. And I feel like that will really make a big difference. If people don't feel safe, they're going home. Like my work alone, there's like bare minimum people left that are there. We are all taking this very seriously. I feel fine, but if I feel even a little bit bad, I'm not going in. I will take the 2 weeks off, take a big dent in my paycheck. I just, like, you got to do it at this point. It's to that point of unsafe where you have to stay home. It's the point of unsafe where even my dad, who's skeptic of with the news and stuff, is even saying stay the hell home. So, like, this is the time to just stay the hell home, play video games. This is the gamer's chance to make it big. This is your chance. Everybody, just get out there. Like, this is the perfect time, if you ask me. If you're isolated, start making your content. All those people, I want to start a podcast, or I want to start making videos or something. This is your time. You have 2 weeks to film. Go out and go have fun. For musicians, this is your perfect time to write music or to even, like, if you have your own office, like, to actually make your own albums or whatever, get your songs produced. This is the perfect time to stay at home and focus on whatever your hobby is, whatever your craft is, whatever your passion is. This is the time for everybody to do it, so do it. Stay home. It's as simple as that. It's a bad time of year. Just stay home and do what you want to do, because why not? You know? It isn't that big of a deal. Take the 2 weeks, take the month, take whatever, take as long as it takes. We will get through this as a nation, as the world. We will get through this, and we will come out of it stronger, if anything. That's the way I'm looking at it. And I just rambled on for 10 minutes about that, and I'm sorry, but that just literally came out of me because I did not expect myself to talk like that. But seriously, stay the hell home, because there's been a lot of things going on, especially in the music scene. And to me, especially for right now, music is like the biggest thing that we could have. Me, every day when I'm going to work, I have my radio cranked. I'm listening to the news every half hour on the radio. I've been seeing what's going on, been keeping up to date with this coronavirus because of the radio. And on top of the fact that besides radio keeping us updated on everything that's going on, we also have like all these musicians that are coming out and doing insane things. Like, I'm not sure which brother it is. I'd have to look it back up. But one of the brothers, I think it was Liam Gallagher, sent out to Noel, I think that's the brother's name, saying after this coronavirus, we need to do a reunion. What do you say? Like a charity reunion. Oasis would come back because of this virus. And if they do come back, oh my, that would be life-changing. You know how many people would go? I guarantee it'd be on TV. For all we know, with the music scene after this, there's going to be something like Live Aid or Live 8 again. Just to get money or something, just to get us back on our feet that much quicker. But besides what I think might happen after all this, I'm going to go through some stuff that's been happening as of right now. I mean, the first thing that's been happening is a whole lot of live streams, like absolutely amazing. The first one that I heard about was the Coldplay singer decided to go on live stream and just play for everybody, take requests, and I think he nominated someone. I forget who he nominated and said, "You're next," like do a live stream. But I mean, I feel like that was the first one I heard of, and it just has been popping off ever since. Like every day when I go on Instagram, musicians are doing live streams, just playing music for their fans or just hanging out with the fans and talking to them and stuff. And it just takes the littlest things to like that just to help people stay sane, knowing that they can just sit there and hang out with their favorite musician. I saw Sway 95 or Sway from Shady 90, wherever the hell that station is, doing a live stream where a guy went on, talked about how he wanted his homie Quake Matthews to come through the building, which is a East Coast rapper that I saw live, and he's actually pretty sick. But the Coldplay singer actually started off with that. Just him chilling in his office, you know, taking requests and playing songs for people. And I was like, that is hands down one of the coolest things. And after that, I heard that Dropkick Murphys were going to do a St. Paddy's Day show because St. Paddy's Day was pretty much shut down. And like all across the world, I didn't do anything for St. Paddy's Day. Like a lot of people didn't do anything. So the Dropkick Murphys on Tuesday night did a live stream on Facebook, probably on YouTube. I saw it on Facebook, and my general thoughts was, well, it's just going to be a fucking laptop and them just playing songs acoustically. I was dead wrong. When I saw the live stream, they had a stage. It was just the five of them playing for nobody, just in front of cameras. Like, they went all out, probably spent a lot of money to just do a live stream for the fans just because they couldn't go out and celebrate. Pretty much if you're a drinker, your favorite time of year, it's either St. Paddy's Day or New Year's Eve that drinkers really like to celebrate, including myself. But this year, I did not celebrate it. I just said, fuck that, it's on Tuesday. I got to work the next day, so I didn't do anything. But I did watch a little bit of the live stream, and that was one of the things where I was like, holy fuck, they went all out. Like, this wasn't just like, a laptop and them just, playing a couple songs. They did a whole, like, lights, cameras, like HD cameras. They did the whole thing properly, and that's where I was like, that is awesome. That's just showing that they're trying to make sure that the fans can stay entertained when the world is probably at the scariest it's been in a very long time. And I thought that was awesome. And then they play, I forget how long the set was, probably an hour. I didn't watch the whole thing or check anything afterwards, but they literally did like a concert. So awesome. What else do you need? They did that for St. Paddy's Day. I also didn't watch this, but I heard through the grapevine of Facebook and Instagram that Blue Rodeo also got together and did a live stream of them playing too. That's awesome. That's what I like to see. Musicians just making sure people don't go completely insane. The one I was actually surprised about, I just went on Instagram one night and Luke Combs was live streaming, so I checked it out. And he did the same thing, a half-hour set of him playing a few songs, taking requests. When I logged on, he was playing When It Rains, It Pours. And then I think he finished it with Hurricane. But he did the same thing, gave a positive note saying, like, stay isolated, stay safe, wash your hands, don't touch your face, and we'll get through this. These guys have amazing quality. I don't know how the hell they're live streaming it, but it's amazing quality, and they're definitely it's not like just to get better or more views or like get a better rep. You can tell that musicians are just doing this just to keep people sane, which is amazing. And another one, Glorious Sons, my favorite band. I was supposed to actually be seeing them this Friday. And unfortunately, of course, it got canceled. They canceled all their shows. No, they postponed. Keep your tickets, and whenever they come back, you go, which is awesome. Glorious Sons, my favorite band. I was like, well, how the hell are they going to do it? Actually, the radio station, the big one in Peterborough, 101.5, The Wolf, I do believe is what it's called, is going to play a 2-hour concert of theirs, which I'm guessing is their Little Prison City album, which I have, and that'd be cool to listen to for 2 hours just to just kind of feel like you went to the show, I guess. But they haven't done a live stream yet, Glorious Sons, but Brett, the lead singer, has been posting pretty much every single day a new song, a new isolation song of him just plucking a guitar. He's been writing songs like crazy because he is going crazy. If you really think about the Glorious Sons, all they've been doing is touring. So the fact that they have to just stop, which I feel like they really like touring because they just don't stop touring, then they drop an album and just keep touring. They really like it. So every single day, Brett's been uploading to social media a new song that he's wrote, and they've been really good. And if anything, because of this, it's really showing how good of a guitar player Brett is, because I only see him singing. I see him play maybe 2 songs with an acoustic guitar live, but with this everyday him playing, he finger picks. He's like he's a fucking good guitarist, and I'm like, dude, why don't you play guitar with the Glorious Sons the whole time when you're on stage? Like, you could make the band, you could have a 3-person guitar thing, 1 acoustic, 2 electric. It'd be awesome. Brett, just do it. Come on, do it for the fans. I noticed Classified was live streaming too. I didn't get to watch it because I was at work, but Classified, my favorite rapper, he was live streaming. But who knows how a lot of people are going to do it. It was just kind of cool to see that, Brett, even though they're isolated, he's still writing a shitload of music. I wish I could write music like that. I really wish I could, because I can't write for shit. I am very picky, I guess, with my songwriting, and I can't sing, so you'll never hear any of my songs unless I actually learn how to sing. But he's fucking quick at songwriting, like 10 songs so far that he writes, I think, daily, and then he puts out for everybody to listen to, and it's badass, man. I really, really respect it, and like the lyrics are just insane. The guy is a poet. I'm telling you, the Glorious Sons are going to be the next Tragically Hip for Canada. In their own way. You cannot replace Tragically Hip, but they will be just as big as Tragically Hip in their own way. And I think they will absolutely kill it. I think in the future I'm going to do a podcast because I'm going to be seeing them for the 4th time whenever this concert comes back. So I think in the future I'm going to rate, because I've seen him twice in Toronto, 1 in Kingston, I'm going to see him once in Peterborough. Maybe I'll wait till 5 times, but I think out of the 4, I'll rate my best concert to my worst. So, like I said, this podcast is turning pretty much all music. There'll be random ones where I'm just talking about, life and stuff. But I just want to focus more on music than anything else. And the next thing that I have on my list, there's only 4 points on this, by the way. And I've already talked for fucking 20 minutes. The next thing is this one is the one I'm very excited about. It's called Diesel Bird Fest this weekend, live on Instagram. All you gotta do is type into Diesel Bird Fest, and these guys are not sponsoring me. I just saw this and I thought this is the coolest thing, because if you love Canadian country like a lot of people do, like me, this is something definitely for you. It's going to be a digital music fest, and I just have it open on my Instagram right now, and they've been adding a lot of people to this list. Like, there's a lot more than when I first saw it, and oh my god, now I'm looking at it, wow, it's more than just country now. There's a lot of different other stuff, that doesn't make sense. So it's going to be hosted by Dan Davidson, which has a song called Found, which that song came out in 2016. I remember when it came out in 2016, it was a really big thing. It was a big song, especially in Canadian country radio stations, but it was a big thing. But it's kind of cool. So the Diesel Bird Digital Music Fest, hosted by Dan Davidson, it'll start off with I don't know how the order is going to be, but March 28th, which is Saturday, it'll have an interview with Dallas Smith, and then I don't know if it has performances or I'm going to have to check this a little bit more. I don't know if it's interviews or full artist lineup will be announced tomorrow. Nope, it's a music fest. All right, my bad. I just misread it. All right, so we'll have an interview with Dallas Smith, which to me, who cares? But, I'm not a big fan of Dallas Smith, but he has made a pretty big name for himself. We got Tebe Parmeal. I have no clue. Terry Clark. Tennille Towns. Okay, I know her. I know her music. She actually is really good, and she'll definitely be a big one. Special appearances on the bench: Jason McCoy from the Roadhammers. Not a big fan of them. Aaron I can't say half these names. Aaron, I don't know. You can check the whole thing. I'll put the link in the description down below because I can't read half these names. Aaron Goodvin, the Washboard Union, Jojo Mason, Jade Eagleson, Jason Blaine, Andrew Hyatt, the Hunter Brothers, Sean Austin, Bobby Wills, Eric Etheridge, Tyler Joe Miller, Nice Horse, the Dungrees, and Jay Walkers. Oh my god, I'm such a bad thing. And now March 29th as Josh Ramsey from Mariana's Trench. Who cares? James Barker Band, they're alright. Adam Gontier, Saint Ang, I don't even know. Sean Hook, Corb Lund, holy shit. Big Sugar, Lindsay Eel, Carolyn Dawn Johnson, holy shit. Megan Patrick, Hometown Girl, that's cool. Man, a whole bunch more. I'm not reading them all because I just realized I cannot do this shit live while I'm recording. But yeah, I'll leave it in the description down below, but make sure to check it out because that's something to do on the weekend instead of going out. Just stay in and watch your favorite Canadian musicians play on Instagram, or I think it's on a website too. I'm going to have to check. Oh, it might be on their own website. It starts at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Watch the event on Instagram Live. All right, it's on Instagram Live. I am so mismatched. But, oh well. It's just something to do. And, okay, let me just try it out again. I'm sorry. I'm losing my mind. Honestly Lazy Podcast. Let's get through this. It's just something to do on the weekend and keeps you inside instead of going out and spreading this terrible or talking to people or doing anything and keeping this terrible virus from infecting you in a way. And to end this all off, I'm just going to pretty much give my opinion, which I kind of gave in the beginning, but I will just say, like, we're going to get through this. I know we are. The world has been through a lot of shit, and we will get through this and we will come out stronger. We just need to take what the government is saying more seriously. A lot of people aren't, but it's time for people to just take it fucking seriously before they put us on a lockdown like Italy and all of them. Because unlike Italy, where they all were singing from their rooftops and stuff and the buildings were so close together, I live in the middle of nowhere and I really don't want to be on lockdown where I actually can't leave my house. Because I can't just sit there and sing across the other guy across from me because I live on the side of a highway. So that's not going to happen. So, like, just people, if you don't need to go outside, don't go outside. Just stay in, watch Netflix. Like, you know that show you said you wanted to watch for like 2 years now, like I have? Now it's your time to watch it. Remember that movie that was on Netflix? You're like, I'll watch it another time. Now is the time to watch it. Like, at the end of the day, we all need to take this 100% serious. No more joking around. This isn't a joking matter. And, go out if you need to get groceries, but even then, just wait till you're absolutely out, like I have been. Just stay inside as much as you can, and if we all stay inside, we will cure this shit a lot quicker. The doctors will have time the scientists will have more time to figure it out because they know it's not spreading. So from me, your boy Stick, if for some reason you look up to me, even though you probably don't, just for me, just take this serious, stay the hell inside. There's so many different things that you can do too. There's FaceTime, there's Messenger face calling. There's so many ways you can stay in contact with your friends. You don't even need to go outside. It's time for the millennials who hate boomers to prove that I don't need to go outside to talk to anybody. Don't fucking try to go to the bars. Don't fucking try to go over to a buddy's house. Just stay home, play Xbox, play PS4, phone calls, group chats, Skype. Like, there's so many ways, and there's so many ways to just keep sane, and there's so many simple ways to just stay inside so we don't have to worry about this spreading any more than it already has. Wash your hands, don't touch your face, and it'll make the world safer, and it'll honestly get us through and get us outside sooner than later. I feel like I've been doing a lot of rambling. I thought it'd take a lot longer to get through this list, but I'm actually pretty proud about that. I think I covered a lot of stuff. So like I said, Diesel Bird Fest is something you can watch this weekend. That'll keep you sane. Don't go outside unless you absolutely have to. If you don't have to work, don't. And, let's get through this together. If you like this podcast on YouTube, please leave a like and let me know what you thought about this episode, because I feel like I just rambled on and on and on, and I'm going to re-listen to this and probably hate it, but I probably won't. But please leave a like on the video. Please leave feedback, because I don't know how this podcast is even doing, or if I'm even doing it right. Be sure to subscribe if you like it, because there's a lot more content coming. And be sure to check out other content creators like the Warm Beer Podcast, Guys Being Dudes. Well, like, I don't know, who's a big YouTuber you watch? Call Me Kevin, David Dilbrick, a cooking channel on YouTube. Watch whatever. Stay the hell inside. That is your message from your Honestly Lazy host, Stick, and that's me being 100% real with you. I've been very real this episode, and I'm not very funny this episode, and I don't think I'm funny in any episode unless people are laughing at, me being dumb. But with that all being said, we've hit the 30-minute mark. I think that's long enough for this episode. And I'll see you guys later. So there might be another episode this week. Who knows? But your boy's sick and I'm out. Take her easy and stay safe and stay inside, you filthy animals.